What's going on YouTube? Thank you for tuning into the channel. Today's workout was actually pretty good. I was able to do a 495 deadlift accidentally. I was trying to get to 480 and then gradually go up to 490 to see how I feel, but I wasn't paying attention. I was watching my live stream and I put on more weight than I was supposed to, but it worked out for the best. And always be careful when you put a weight on, you don't want to hurt yourself. But in this video, my first set is my warm-up. I typically do 45s on each end for 2 to 4 sets. It depends how I feel. If I feel really good, I'll just do 2 sets, not even go up to the 4. And then I'll skip into my third and fourth set, which is usually 2 45s on each end for about 6 to 12. Now, I say 6 to 12 repetitions because it all depends on how I feel. If my first 2 to 4 warm-ups are pretty good, I may skip the high repetitions and go straight into 315 for 1 to 2. And this all depends on how I feel throughout the day. And this is just my experience from different workout variations. I've learned that this works for me the most. A lot of high repetitions in the beginning, which is usually my first 4 sets, maybe 6. And then my last 4 to maybe 6 sets is usually my low reps, 1, 2, 3 max reps. Now we start getting into the heavy lifts. So once I get to 315, which is 345s on each end, I typically do that for about 2 to 6. I like to see how I feel. This one I did a lot, and the reason why I say it's a lot is because typically with 315 I only do 2 to 3. This one I felt really good, and even with the 315 it all depends how I feel. So for example, I would normally go to 335, maybe even 345, but in this lift I went straight into 365 for 2. I felt really good and confident, and with this one lift right here, this is probably why I felt comfortable putting a lot more weight on without even realizing it. And with 365 moving so easily for 2 reps, normally I would go into 4 or 5 for 1, maybe 2 repetitions, but I decided to go straight to 415, which is 345s and 245s on each end. And there are some days where I don't feel like going very heavy. What I tell people when they have that feeling, still go to the gym, lift something. You want to keep your body moving. You want to stay consistent, because once you take a break and too long of a break, that's it. Your body gets weak and you stop coming to the gym. And to get back to where you were before, it takes a lot of months, a lot of dedication. But in this lift right here, normally I would do 435, but I went for 455 for 1 max rep. And now I'm getting into the 475 for 1 max rep in this one right here. And for the people wondering, yes, it took me a long time to get to 495. In fact, I just started deadlifting 2021, where I didn't know what I was doing. I was just deadlifting and I hurt my back. And I decided to never deadlift again until about this year. I was with a friend and we decided to deadlift. And I was really shocked on how much weight I can pull. I was able to do 365 for 1 max. And I didn't even have good posture. I didn't have my belt. So that actually hyped me up and put me into wanting to do more deadlifts. So I incorporated about 2 to 3 a week, going up about 5 to 15 pounds a month. There are some months, I think August, where I only moved about 5 pounds, but there are months like September where I was able to go up 20 pounds in my deadlift. And in this lift right now, since I was basically going live on TikTok and not paying attention, I decided to put 5 pounds more on, not realizing that it was already at 490. So 245s, 225s, and 410s on each side equal to about 495. And I was able to lift it, and in fact, after pulling it down, it seemed pretty easy. But I did not go up. I didn't want to hurt myself. I usually if I lift like this, I would typically take like a 2 to maybe 4 day rest before I lift again. If I'm just lifting high repetitions, maybe a drop set, I may wait a day or 2, but with this heavy lift, I like to give my back time to rest. That's how I grew over the last couple of months. Instead of forcing it like I was in the beginning, I literally take my time. I'm not even joking. I think I deadlift once a week at one point for 3 months, and I was not only able to keep my strength, but to go up as well. So that's it for this video. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. If this is something you like to see, I have a benching video coming up soon where I'm doing 385. I did 385 in August, but I had not done bench in a while, so I'm working my way back up. I did do 390 the other day by myself. at home drinking a lot of coffee. So hopefully I can get into that and post a video for that. If you have any questions, just message me, submit in private, and like and share. Thank you for tuning in.